The coronavirus effect has resulted in high demand for many electronics, including microchips, to the point where the CEO of one of the world's leading semiconductor companies, Pat Gelsinger, stated that it could take a couple of years for the industry to reach this level of demand. But one might wonder how Tesla made it through this period. Well, let's take a look at it. We know that this is not the first time that there will be a chip shortage, but the pandemic made it worse. And I was baffled by how Tesla avoided the chip problem. This chip I'm talking about is a tiny wafer of semiconductor material used to make an integrated circuit. This chip is mostly everywhere and also in every car, which aids the engine temperature to regulate. They are the building blocks of all computers, software, and electronic cars. Aside from the pandemic outbreak, the production of 5G phones require a lot of computer chips than other kinds of the handset. And this has also led to the shortage of chips, which has affected everyone either directly or indirectly. The pandemic lockdown increased demand for chips by electronic companies, and in ordinary terms, 1 trillion chips are produced each year, with each chip taking more than 2 months to produce. Unfortunately, this chip is only made by few companies. Do you know why this is the case? This is because chips can only be manufactured in factories in a safe and controlled environment, as anything like a temperature spike, static electricity, or dust specks can impair the chip's effectiveness. However, this shortage in chips has made many automakers shut down, causing them to lose billions of dollars. This chip shortage does not just affect electric vehicles, but also computer and home appliances. But don't worry, I'll only base this video on Tesla. Tesla has always been a company that has an advantage over other companies to the extent that the company can give software updates over the air if issues arise without physically seeing the car. This development has saved the company a fortune and leads them to pivot into new microcontrollers while building firmware for chips produced by another supplier. Despite the chip shortage, Tesla continues to grow, while other automakers suffer greatly. One of the reasons is that Tesla did not reduce their orders when all other automakers did, because they thought that the pandemic would reduce demand for goods such as cars. As a result, they reduced their chip orders while there was a high demand for other gadgets, such as laptops and smartphones, allowing chip makers to shift their product to those areas. Whereas, despite the pandemic, people still demand cars beyond the expectations of the automakers who dropped their orders on chips. Tesla was not thinking like, oh no, we'll not be able to sell, so let's cut production. But they were like, let's keep the production going because we'll still sell as many products as we make despite the situation of the world. Fortunately, to Tesla's advantage, as other automakers dropped their price, chip makers were able to focus more attention on their demand for the chip. And you can see what the result is now. This is not just all. Tesla is a futuristic company with great logistics. They're good at discovering what they think they will need in the years to come and acquire it from country to country. It's not wrong if at this point you wonder how Tesla makes sales during the pandemic and delivers it. So you should know. Tesla has an efficient supply chain. There's no doubt that 2021 is the worst year for logistics, but Tesla made a difference. Despite the impact of the pandemic nationwide, Tesla still produced more cars and sell more cars than was ever recorded before. Are you surprised why Tesla is concerned about logistics despite designing their chip? Well, Tesla still relies on a lot of commodity chips, most especially the specialized ones such as DSPs, airbag ASICs, motor controller, 5G chips with quite a number of chips. So basically, they are still in need of commodity chips, but Tesla has amazing logistic people and smart programmers, so they can be transitioned to use any available chip. Aside from that, modern chip technology is another reason Tesla avoided the chip problem. Tesla, according to Adam Jones, uses modern chips, as opposed to other automakers which use traditional chips. Tesla was able to rewrite its vehicle software to support alternative chips. That is, simply using modern chips allows them to easily swap the chip. But that's not all. They also rewrite the software. Tesla was able to produce and deliver over 200,000 vehicles to customers as a result of this development, generating over $11.9 billion in revenue and $1.1 billion in profit. Tesla employs a custom chip that combines the functions obtained by other automakers from multiple chips. They create their chip and place specific orders for it. As a result of being able to design their chip, they have reduced the demand for commodity chips, and with the help of its trusted logistics, they have avoided the chip problem. I'm glad you stayed with me until the end. That's it for today's video. Bye for now.